Wall Street's altcoin boom is here, and they're buying these altcoins faster than anyone realizes. The game has officially changed, folks. Forget about the typical retail FOMO. These are billion-dollar crypto deals handpicked by insiders and corporate giants. Right now, Wall Street and its allies are flooding $86 billion into Bitcoin, Ethereum, and a new wave of altcoins, double the size of every IPO in America this year. Today, I'm going to show you exactly where the Wall Street money is going, which tokens are in their crosshairs, and how you can front run the biggest players in the game. If you want to catch the real altcoin explosion before the crowd wakes up, then you're in the right place. My name is Paul Sampson, and welcome back to DataDash. Now, before we begin, folks, a quick shout out to our channel's official exchange partner, Blofin. Now, personally, I've been using Blofin for the past few years, and it's easily one of the most user-friendly and reliable platforms, in my opinion. Not only can you trade futures, but you can also buy spot crypto as well. So you have an all-in-one stop shop. And best of all, there's no KYC required in most places. So in my opinion, it's the #1 exchange option right now, especially if you are based in the United States. And right now, Blofin is offering an incredible deposit bonus, so if you've been looking for a trusted place to trade, now's the time. I must note that the deposit bonus does have some stipulations, so please read the details on the website down here below. And if you're interested in joining Blofin, be sure to use the link down in the description below this video and take advantage today. So what's fueling Wall Street's altcoin buying spree? It's all about the rotation, the unstoppable engine behind every new leg of this bull market. First, we saw the headlines, Bitcoin ETFs, corporate treasuries making Bitcoin dollar allocations. That kicked off the first wave, but now we are in phase 2, essentially. And this is where Ethereum is taking center stage and high beta altcoins are next in line. In just the last 8 weeks, 98 new companies have raised or announced plans to raise $86 billion specifically to buy crypto. And here's the wild part. These treasury companies don't sell products, don't have customers, and barely even have staff. Their one mission is buy coins, stake them, and let shareholders ride the rotation. Altcoin treasury companies are inventing entirely new ways for public market investors to get exposure to the on-chain economy, while actually supporting the underlying networks. This is productive capital in motion, and it's reshaping the entire landscape. So like I said, folks, right now we're seeing a new wave of crypto treasury companies rushing in with one mission. It's to buy up the hottest coins on the market. And over 30 new vehicles have launched for BNB, Hype, Sui, and Tron, and the scale is staggering. So to start off with, let's talk about BNB, the real reason it's been ripping to new all-time highs. CEA Industries, backed by 10x Capital and Binance-affiliated YZI Labs, is building the world's largest publicly traded BNB treasury, kicking off with a $500 million deal that could ramp up to $1.25 billion with a B. This isn't just any allocation. We're talking about more than 140 institutional and crypto native investors. Pantera, GSR, Arrington Capital, Blockchain.com, the founders of Bitfury, and a lot more are coming in heavy. And that's just the start. WindTree Therapeutics is putting $200 million straight into BNB, becoming the first NASDAQ-listed company to hold it directly. Meanwhile, Lemonatus is deploying up to $500 million of their own money into BNB also. Even CZ is hyping fresh BNB treasury deals every single week, and the numbers keep getting bigger. But it's not just BNB in the spotlight here, folks. Now, here's where it gets a little interesting for the altcoin hunters out there. So whenever BNB rips to new all-time highs, the next rotation isn't random. It usually flows right into the top coins in the BNB ecosystem. And this cycle, FLOKI stands out as the biggest, most liquid meme coin on the Binance chain. And last cycle, right after BNB hit an all-time high, FLOKI exploded to a $3.5 billion market cap. With so few highly liquid meme tokens on the Binance today, FLOKI is positioned to soak up a massive share of new capital, looking for ecosystem exposure. Chartists are already lighting up the boards with setups that could send FLOKI sharply higher if this rotation keeps rolling. So if you're new to the game, here's the playbook generally. When big money rotates out of Bitcoin, it floods into the strongest layer ones like BNB, Binance Coin, then straight into their ecosystem, projects with real traction generally, right? So these are the windows where altcoin seasons are born, and historically, this is where life-changing gains show up for those positioned early. With BNB's breakout, fresh institutional interest and major flows setting up for its ecosystem, FLOKI is flashing on every radar. So keep your eyes glued to how capital moves, because the biggest opportunities often appear just before everyone starts talking about them. And just as FLOKI grabs the spotlight in the Binance ecosystem, Wall Street's appetite for new layer ones is only getting stronger. We're seeing Wall Street and top VCs zero in on the next wave of high potential altcoins, sometimes in ways that would have sounded crazy just a year ago. NASDAQ listed Mill City Ventures just locked in a $450 million private placement to buy up SUI. They're backed by real institutional firepower with pretty much every big VC in the game, including Mike Novogratz's Galaxy Digital. And that's just a glimpse of how far Wall Street's willing to go for exposure to new L1s like SUI. The sheer size of these allocations is rewriting the rulebook on what's possible for next-gen blockchains. But the momentum doesn't necessarily stop there. So the same institutional capital is now pouring into the hype ecosystem as well. Lion Group is locking down a $600 million facility for hype, while Sonnet Biotherapeutics is merging with a Paradigm-backed squad to form Hyperliquid Strategies Incorporated, targeting $583 million in hype with $300 million in new capital lined up. Now, if you want to talk about some momentum, BONK just flipped the script on Solana's meme coin launchpad wars. BONK is now generating 7 times more trading volume and 6 times more protocol revenue than Pump.fun, the project everyone thought was untouchable just a few weeks ago. But here's the killer feature. Half of every dollar BONK earns gets used to buy back and burn tokens, reducing supply and pushing price higher over time. Another 8% gets funneled into reserves and direct BONK rewards, fueling the ecosystem and keeping users locked in. And it's not just a flash in the pan here. Since late June, BONK's revenue and usage has gone vertical, while Pump's numbers are slipping. As the revenue meta takes over Solana DeFi, big capital is hunting for the most reflexive, cash-flowing projects. And at a $2.5 billion fully diluted valuation and with a relentless burn rate, BONK is shaping up as one of the most attractive upside bets anywhere on Solana's ecosystem. Folks, we are no longer in a market driven by retail hype. We're in a market being quietly repositioned by billion-dollar players. Altcoin treasuries, L1 ecosystem rotations, and institutional liquidity are reshaping the entire game. And it's happening faster than most people realize. The smartest thing that you can do right now is follow the capital, not the crowd. And of course, folks, if you found any value in today's breakdown, be sure to hit like and subscribe to the video in our channel if you haven't done so already. Share it with someone who still thinks Wall Street is only buying Bitcoin, because I can tell you that they're not. We just proved it. And if you want real-time access to my trade setups, long-term portfolio moves, early alpha before it hits the feed, join us inside the Traders Club available at DataDashPro.com. Hit get started and enter the code DASH50 to get 50% off of your first month for the Traders Club. Come check out everything I have to offer there, folks. As always, thank you all so much for watching and tuning in. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. I'll see you all in the next video. And until then, everybody, cheers.